the exports and then drop the voice just on the export just to see. Like, you know what I mean? Because if I can capture that fucking goddamn, you know what I mean? How we did it out the box. If I can capture it like that, that's the sound I would want. Because that's kind of how I was doing it in Florida and shit. It wasn't too much thought. That's why I say everything was raw sound. It wasn't, you get your reverb, you know what I mean? If it was a delay, you'd get that, but there was no compression. All that shit came probably in 200 songs, probably close to the 200. Like, you know what I mean? I really wasn't fucking with that shit. I like to hear that kick and that snare throughout the house, like boom, pow, and that's all it was. That's all it was. But then take the vocals and drop it on top of that. Just to clean, yeah, because we're getting good as instrumentalists, man. Like, so it's like, yeah, we might not have to bounce too much shit. For one, it's all digital. You know, ain't nothing really degrading when we do bounce it. That's one thing I noticed from the RE to the, you know what I mean, to the PC and shit. Don't really degrade. There's no degrading sound. It don't break down at all. So keep a good 2-channel master that's clean. The last shit y'all did, I had mastered. That's why that track sound the way it do. You know what I mean? Boom, mastered it, dropped it into the R8 like that. Then y'all rondo. And he brought that shit back out. The version we listen to now sound good out the R8. So it's like, oh shit, man, I used to listen to that shit the other day. I was like, He's like, man, I ain't heard it like that. I was like, yeah, that ain't even been through Fruity Loops, dog. That's like straight up. So I'm trying to figure something out here. That might be the key right there. Because that would be how it was, how we did it back in the day. That shit is mastered what you drop down. There was no post-processing unless you went to a studio. But for that raw fucking shit, nah. Just get a nice clean thump the first time. Let that be your bass track. Put the rhymes on that. Because Fruity Loops is sensitive. Not even that, but all that shit in the digital domain, when you start turning them knobs, because I'd be like, you really ain't got to turn them much to get a lot. So by the time you get to like the mastering channel, or that master channel, a lot of shit can be over processed, anything. You're lucky if you still got a pop in your snare. That's how that shit be. For real, for real. But every time I listen to that new tune, they talk that, that's how it's supposed to sound. Kicks, snares, the way they are. You know, that thump, the warmth of it. That's the shit I be trying to retain, but you know, you run that shit through like a couple of goddamn compressors. The warmth come out. Now you're trying to put the warmth back in. It's like, wait a minute. Got to stop. You know what I mean? A little bit and just speak the process a little bit better. And just roll with the first shit that sounds good. Like, you know what I mean? And rock that vibe. Like, that's it right there. Like, all right, we're okay. We need to change it later. Let's change it. But just to get the rhyme down, dog, it seems like just focus on the rhyme.
Yeah.
Literally, quality of the rhyme. Make sure that's heard. Like, that's it. Instrumentals ain't no problem. It's like, so we can get that, but I just gotta probably bounce on them 2-channel masters. Set style. ASR. B told me last night, got an ASR and a track.
Who that?
I don't know why I stopped, man. I don't know why either, dog. You know?
Who that?
One of the brothers that he play a lot right now. You probably seen him before, got the long braids. Not Funk Star, but it's the other dude. He got the long hair like Funk Star dude. And shit. And he'll be hanging down and he'll play right before the game stops.
Oh, with the thick joint.
Yeah.
That be braided up and shit.
Yeah. He rocked the ASR. Oh, yeah, the ASR and the Triton. I was like, no.
That's funny.
That's what I said. All this time. See, I was like, see, we ain't from the same schools, dog. Like, nah. How would you walk to a Jedi temple and not say shit? What, you gonna post up in the corner? Every time I turned around, they was always kicking it. The fuck, man? They all got the same secrets. For real, for real. That's how you tend to protect them shits. I mean, D and them kick that shit across the water. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All that shit, yeah. Talk about planting a seed. That's like, damn, dog. All them niggas is DJing, spinning, rhyming over there right now, having babies, dog. What you think the babies gonna be doing? Look what they mamas and daddies is doing and how they sound. Like, that's crazy, man. Growing up. I got an answer that I almost wanted to be like, how much you want to sell it for? You doing shit with it. Don't tell me it's sitting in the house.
I don't care. How much you want to rent it for?
So I know three motherfuckers that probably fuck with it right off the rip.
Off the real zip.
He's like, what you do? I was like, man, I've been MIDI since '89. You know what I'm saying? I've been MIDI since '89, so you know, I get it. Everybody happy about hooking components up, but yeah, we started doing that way back, man. Like, we can't believe it caught on. Like, shit. No, man, turntables is hard to get rid of. Drum machines and shit. Yeah, that's how we was doing it. Next time I see him, though, I'm gonna ask him just to see what he say. Yep. Just to see what he say.
You know, somebody had to buy that shit off the rip. My brother bought that shit off the rip. No questions asked. It was like,
yeah, how much you want for it? Appreciation value too, man. You don't need to act like them shits is hard to get.
Yeah, because niggas still gonna get. I know you still got a floppy drive on that. Bitch.
You know what I'm saying?
You just gotta get floppy disks and shit.
Yeah, did you get the expanded memory, nigga? Like, the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna talk to him. Just see what he say. As soon as he said that, I ain't even give a shit about the Triton. Yeah, it's pretty sounds. What you really doing with it though? Like, it's like having a whole orchestra in the house, but if you don't know what to tell them, nigga, like they gonna sit there looking at you, like, looking at the clocks and shit. Yeah. Just like that. You don't know what
sounds like they just sitting in the auditorium waiting.
Yeah. You don't know what to tell them to do. I'm telling you. Hey, nigga, I know what a Triton is.
That's funny.
Yeah, it look good. Yeah, it's nice. Your strings are gorgeous, nigga. Like, but what you gonna do with it? Like, yeah, man, you wanna try it? Nah, nigga, this ain't that kind of session. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about to teach you shit on this $3,000 keyboard. How the fuck you gonna go copy? You don't know shit about this shit. That don't make any sense. You've been better off buying 2 cars. Like, for real. Literally. 2 cars for about $1,500. You're like, wow, what the fuck? Sad. Well, motherfuckers do it, man. It's back in the day. Everybody with the dope equipment, all the expensive shit. Oh, I got this. It's cool. It's shiny. I got an SK5. All kinds of cigarette burns.
I mean, matches like holding that shit. I mean, matches between buttons and shit.
That's what I'm fucking with. They never could figure out how we did it. That's the funny shit. Talking about that shit to the older heads is who's listening to inner city and shit. For real. Like the techniques, it's like, man, that's the same. They all said it too. Like, yeah, that's a sound from a period, man. Like, you'd have to know. It's like, yeah, you can't guess. That's like guessing what the sound is going to be like 20 years from now. And they be like, you can't do that. Like, you really got to fuck with motherfuckers. I can't sit down with, you know what I mean? Sit down with some cats from the 60s or 70s that play funk. Yeah, they going to teach you some shit. You ain't going to have it. Like, you'll have a little bit of it when you finish with it. You know? They'll set you up. Yeah, they'll set you up. For real. Jazz, same shit. A little bit of swing, like the old timers, man. That's a certain, it's not mechanical, it's not, you know what I mean? It's so organic. It's just like a heartbeat, like it's just a pulse when they do it. And you're like, damn. And then the lines reflect the swing. Because the dude be in the pocket on the solo, like, whoa. And they just be moments, like, you know what I mean? They can't even write those moments. Like, they don't even write those moments. They might go back and transcribe it if somebody recorded them live. But they don't write like that in their compositions. None of them. When they improvise, that shit come out. And it's like, whoa, well, somebody got that. Then you go back and write it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's like Spartan, nah, they don't never be in it like that. Because it's that unique when it comes. It's like that dope freestyle. It's like, oh man, damn, that was on, man. It's like, yeah, it's like them shits was just popping up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, those are certain moments, not all the time, right? Crazy. Keep it in the pocket. Cannonball Alleyway. He in the pocket. He in the pocket. Yeah, you can tell because it be his triplets. Like, you know what I mean? Where he choose to put it, it's like, what? But I know it's a conscious thought, but sometimes, and they'll probably say, what is it's just coming out. That's what they would say, but it's like, nigga, you got to know something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
For that shit to, like, what the fuck?
Even form up in the mind like that, right?
Yeah, you know what I mean? But it'll come out, and it's just where that shit lay at. He good at it, fucking, he real good. He's sweet. You know what I mean? But fucking, who else is good at it? Dizzy Gillespie's good at it. Better than Miles at it. Fucking, who else? Oh, God, who am I thinking about? Herbie Hancock, sweet. In the pocket. Ron Carter, always in the pocket, sweet. He knows where to put them. Remember the song he made with fucking Tribe?
Yeah.
You think about where he chose to put them triplets at. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, nigga, that's... I can't beatbox. Like, I really can't, like, come up with that. It's a feel that they would all have and got. Like, it just can't be duplicated like that. You got to sit down with the motherfuckers. And hip-hop is the same shit. You have to know the sound to be able to duplicate the sound without the shit that you had yesterday. We got is yesterday. We got more shit, but in this what feels like editing, speed up the process. But we still got a track. We still got an EQ. Still got a range. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, all that time that went by, like, can't fix that. I think Bach had the same issue. Like, some things you just got to do like that, which is hilarious in itself. Like, wow, we can't even get. No, you can't get around that. How the hell can you get around that? Unless you just made music with totally no structure whatsoever, and that was the norm. That would make sense. And I think that's what Lonely Woman and all that shit is by Ornette Coleman and the niggas. They do the free jazz. Let's see, it was free when he made it. But then somebody wrote it down. Now it's played all the time. But to listen to that song and be like, they literally just made that up on the spot. That's the melody for the first third round track. Yeah, that's a freestyle for you. The whole song is doing it again. That shit is free jazz. Somebody turn around and please write that down. But I can only imagine the first time they actually played it live. He probably wrote down a tempo because there's no key. There ain't really a time. He probably had a start time or maybe a note. Anything, you know what I mean? It starts with the drums.
Yeah.
Actually, on the song, the recorded shit, that's probably how they did it live. You know what I mean? Got everybody mesmerized, and that's how it comes in, too. You know what I mean? Vocal rhythms and shit. And the horns come in. It's like, That's an ill stream because of the chosen notes. You know what I mean? Who was singing that? It was Diana Ross and the Supremes out. Like, you know what I mean? So melody-wise, where would that melody come from? That's the ill part about that shit. See? James Brown was out. All them 60s motherfuckers was out, but That was the melody that came out.
Yeah.
That even out of all the jazz, nobody had that right there. Played the notes though, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, played the notes a billion plus times, but
it's that thing.
his train of thought.
Mm-hmm.
How about we play this song? We ain't gonna take into account rhythm, key, none of that. There ain't no time. There's no scale. There's nothing for you. Play what you want to play to what you're hearing.
Mm-hmm.
So the drummer starts playing. Which bass player feel like doing it? Because the horn player feel like doing it. Do everybody else want to sit back for a minute or 5 minutes or 10 minutes and just listen to them just do that? And then, you know what I mean? That's how that shit be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That shit crazy.
The do symphony.
Top tier MCs do that kind of shit. For real, for real. Same shit. Get the right heads together. It's like, whew. But how open the niggas be? So that's the thing, man. Like you see a lot of people restrained when it comes to that kind of freedom. Like that really do depends on your artistic fucking knowledge, how much shit you done dabbled in, your musical vocabulary, definitely your word vocabulary, all of that shit. Like to break away from the rhyme patterns. You know what I mean? And do the shit we used to do on acid, nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how many people actually had a chance to explore that? Like, for real. Like, but that be the freedom that you really seeking when you fucking with that shit. You motherfuckers say that. That's why freestyles are so whack now. That's why it's like that. Because they don't break out of the restraint. You know, you're scared to. You know, they talk all that shit, and it's like, no, Buster is still that dude. He'll shatter your whole shit. You know what I mean? Just your perception of what that shit should sound like and be like, time wise, level wise, speed wise, all that just come right through. With technique and be tight with it. Like,
And be tight with it.
Harmonize, maybe if you feel like singing, I mean, any of that can come out. Any of that. That level of freedom. But that's shit that's how we got to be. It's like, you got to explore it, right? That's how we learn it. Shit. Certain sounds don't sound so strange, you know? If you fucking shroom for a bit, acid, and you did it with a good crowd, like, get the fuck out of here. I get it now, you know? Motherfuckers went crazy back in the 70s and some fucking, or the 60s. Like, wow, they was trying to shut y'all off. Y'all was really trying to tap in, and it's like, it started coming out artistically, science world, all that shit. Motherfuckers banning shit, like, nope, we're not gonna do that either. You can drink though, all day, smoke these cigarettes, do all that shit. Exploration of the mind, spirituality. But that shit coming to that though, so it ain't gonna be able to be avoided. There really ain't nowhere. I mean, it's got to reach that apex. It's got to get there. Yeah. To even evolve into anything else. Just like the shit did in the 60s. No different. In the 70s sounded different. It was like, whoa, that's ill. Like, what? Niggas running tough skins, not even thinking about hip hop. I'm rocking to the future breaks though, like.
You know what I mean? Watching them on Soul Train get it in.
Yeah. Like, we're gonna be sampling all this down the road. Like, man, we're gonna enjoy the fuck out of this shit.
Then we gonna learn how to tune and tighten up our instruments to play it like that.
Yeah.
That's what they did.
Yeah.
Sound, man.
Yeah. Be that shit. I love it. Learning more and more about it every day. Really.
Shit is powerful.
Every day I fuck with that shit. Just tell me how much I don't know about it.
Yeah, shit is crazy powerful.
Everybody fucking with it. Everybody is producing a rapper. That's a phenomenon in itself.
Yeah.
Where the empowerment comes from.
The reality is everybody is a producer and a rapper.
It is, right?
Yeah, rap to you all day, rap to you briefly. You know what I mean? And produce what they produce. Shit, we all do it. That shit's crazy. Gives a whole new meaning to man. Yeah. What your bars really like?
Yeah.
What you really rapping about? What you really producing?
In Texas promoting some of the fucking goddamn water what I was drinking. A couple of days ago. Yeah, that shit bad as shit. The 3-song set it though.
Yeah.
The second song that pop up, man, that shit right there. That shit. Murk that shit. Real for real. It's my favorite. But then the other one too. That's dope as shit too.
Man,
Yeah.
that's my shit right there.
God, how fun that shit is. To create something and enjoy it. Like, damn, look at what we can do. It's like, yeah, see who else can enjoy this with us. Get it out there where it should be. Be in good company. That's the damn shit. A lot of shit out in the world today. 24 hours. That shit cracked me up. One for the shit. It's like, nah. Just do your thing and then express it. You can send it, display it, share it, remix it, collab with it. You do all those things. Put that shit in front of some people. Just go out. Come hang out with B.W.O for about 3 hours. 3 hours? What y'all gonna be doing? Well, we're just gonna be sitting down drinking shit with y'all, but we're gonna have the equipment on deck and we're probably gonna
it's gonna be something playing in the background.
Yeah. We'll be in the goddamn spot. That's gonna be the, come inside the cafe. It's like, shh. 3 hours when they just chilling. Anybody recording this shit? It's like, yeah. Just in that, vibing and shit. Any vocalists in the house? Shit. Microphone right there. Do it old school style. Pass it around with the wire. That's why I like that fucking Fred Fade shit. Because they got the wire on the jump. Like, yo, it's like they're right in the lab. Like, look at that shit just sitting there, guy. Tripping over the cord and shit. I'm like, that's how it was. Big ass speakers. But I don't hear no feedback. I'm like, shit, ain't that magic? Ain't that some magic? Remember that shit? Niggas in the room rocking the mic, nigga. Like, no feedback. Like, unless you wanted it. Like, sidestep, nigga. Be good. There's always there's that signal that just ain't gonna, you will resonate with that. Just gotta get in the right spot. That takes care of that. Turn that shit up, nigga. Like, short microphones. Now they need like a set of 3 for $25. Nigga, them motherfuckers. Like, what?
Yeah.
Saying all that shit spills over into the real world. The physical world would be like, whoa, some abundance going on. No, man. You mean to tell me I can make a car right now if I want to? I just got to be able to get the parts here.
That's it.
That's what I want.
And assemble it.
What are you charging for the parts? Dude, it's just, they got more than enough. They're giving that shit away. They say it's literally like, come and get it if you want it. That's what it's there for. Wreck your shit. Here's this. Blah, blah. All that shit. But if you want to do that, though, I want to build a music studio, but how would I do it? What do I need? But better go get your shit. You don't like it, take it back. Like Jack Let's go say, like, oh man, take it back, man. We'll have stuff for like everybody to come and get. You know what I mean? You don't like it, take it back so somebody else can use it. Don't destroy it. Don't do no stupid ass shit. You gotta get out of that frame of thought. Then you see, you get some money.
Money.
Yeah, somebody else gonna come behind you and do that. You're not an original. You ain't gonna be the first one that want to strum a guitar. Nigga. Take that shit back. For real. So I always like those people that be like, nah, I don't want to throw it away. To give it to somebody that's gonna use it. Wow, that is a different frame of thinking. For real. Got a lot of keyboards over the years like that. All kinds. Only one synthesizer. So I learned how dope they were. Shits can make any kind of sound. Air, fucking lips, making a whistling sound. All that shit. The lips on the trumpet piece, lips on the reed, like delicate shit. Like, how do you do that with electronic? Didn't signal enough until that shit sounds like that. Like a car engine. Like, but that's what synthesizers do. But you have to understand the shit in them that generates the sounds. How can you do that in the, you know what I mean? Mimic the real world.
Pull that shit out of the air from the big circuit board, right?
Yeah. All you doing. That's it. Trying to get as close as possible. That in itself. Damn technology. I can only imagine where the society is supposed to be headed when it comes to technology. Because everybody getting linked into something. Where all this shit is common nowadays. Like, I got a PC with when I bought it, it had Fruity Loops on it. GarageBand. I got a Mac with a GarageBand that came with it. You ever use it? Nah, I don't make beats, but it came with it. I haven't needed it. If I wanted to do something and then make a video, I know that I have. You know, it's like, wow. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden, use it for something that basic. You know, you're not really a producer. Well, like you said, you are a producer, but you're not carrying the title as one, like promoting it. Like, you know what I mean? Just kind of, it's just natural, man. I went to a bar mitzvah, filmed it, and I wanted to put music to it. I was like, all right, how can I edit it? And then Eureka, I got it on my Mac. Like, man, what'd you do? I just put the music in and just exported it. That's all. Like, wow. See? Out of necessity. Yeah. You know? Didn't have to buy no software. Came with it. So I said once they start getting those homes to where all that shit come with the home and all apartments, we got a minute. Yeah. But that's coming. It's you know, it's just like, why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you have prefab units in every home? You move, you take your ass, but that shit is there for the next family that moves in. You know? The next place you move into gonna have that. Like, and what you plug into will be like plugging into the internet. Like, it's gonna be on, nigga. You just pay your shit, whatever. Or hopefully by then it's fucking free. Or fucking, you know what I mean? But it should be like that in every habitat. Everyone. Like, that's coming though. That's a given. That's like, ain't no way around it. That's inevitable. It just don't make any sense to keep doing this shit. This other shit just produces garbage. Now we got all these parts and shit. You know what I mean? Laying around. And it don't have that feel to it, like something bigger for everybody to move into a place that's got it. Like, you know, like that's a little, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't gotta think about it. My kids, and when they do their school and any studying, anything they want to look up, like any of that shit, anything you want to just, you know, all your entertainment, like whatever, kind of how it is now, except for the home that have it prefab, apartments that have it prefab, like You don't have to keep making all these different. That's a Toshiba. That's a Hewlett Packard. That's no dog. Like make a goddamn piece of equipment. Plug the fuck in. Stop that stupid shit. Like
that's that business shit.
Yeah.
Not even business shit.
That shit can be done now with every new home put up. Like literally. And the ones that don't do it, motherfucker, like they get there. Get there. Fuck that shit. That's some shit that affects everybody. Like, that affects you every day you wake up and go to sleep. Think like, that's in your home. That's in you ain't thinking about it. Like, why wouldn't you have that? That's the question. Why wouldn't you? All that other shit is just chaotic. It's not really to the point the driver game is whack. Like, god damn, dog. Like, just for one PC. Like, if I go to Microsoft to get some shit, like, it's gonna be, how do I know which driver to get? And then the shit don't want to work sometimes. Like, nah, make some shit that you know, and they all can do it. They know they can do it, man. Like, it's like, you don't have to do that. You don't have, a lot of drivers time out, shit like that. It's like, why would they time out? Who put the timer in the code? Yeah. Take that out. That's a line. Take that out, nigga. Or just put false in front of it, and then it won't run. You know? What the fuck? That's that crazy shot. You never understand that.
That control shit, though. That's that proprietary secret shit. It's all that shit.
And that always comes up in the goddamn license agreements. They always be there, too. They think through that shit.
I mean, it's that's crazy. That shit sounding as mad as that shit make me. For real, for real. That is the fucking way of the world and shit. It's fucking, it really is some business shit that we got drawn into the middle of, actually forced to do business. Shit that we do naturally is now business.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Either for our benefit or our motherfucking liability and shit. And right now, I mean, it's playing at a liability and shit. But it's no getting around it. Why? Because the common denominator and all that shit is this current. It's the fiat, whether it's credit or whether it's paper. Because it's not no real tangible shit. It's not gold.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's not silver. It's not none of that shit like that. Everybody is chasing the system's form of, you know what I mean, bankrupt note, basically. That's the shit that make me mad as shit, man. It's a bankrupt
I
script.
just saw animation shit. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Chasing that shit hauling ass.
But it's fake. It's shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See?
You can't tell nobody that shit. You can't. And then the funny thing is, you know what I mean, the big business has convinced us that if we want to start a business, we have to register the business with the big business, thereby allowing them to control business and giving them a hand and an interest, you know what I mean, in the business that they really don't deserve a hand or interest in. I was just writing a motherfucking post like, nah, man, we don't speak English, none of that shit. We speak business language. This shit is like coded business language. If you sit back and you think about it. Think about the daily routine and shit. What you get up and what we go out and do. And it's a circle.
I saw a brother like 4 or 5 times in between 9 and 10 o'clock. Well, I take it at 8:30 and 9:30. Came back one last time, but he'd been in all day. And that's all I got. Business. I don't think they know how big of a part of it they are. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know what I mean? Just the everyday, daily routine. I'm like, damn, just the effort to be here that much, man. Like, but you coming for the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You coming from the same time. Like, you going home, you consuming real fast, and then you coming right back out.
It's a circuit, yeah.
You might catch a little bit of your show. Let me run out to the store real quick. It's right there. You ain't got to drive for it.
All of that shit, man.
Wow. What is that algorithm? That shit is perpetual. Like,
yeah, it's planetary motherfucking. What do you call that shit? What do you call that shit?
whole planet, though.
The whole planet is a goddamn store.
Mm-hmm.
And everything is for sale. And then they take this business language and tie all that shit so closely to words that's supposed to give us spiritual power. Because my cell is now so close to my soul, can't differentiate. Them motherfuckers is like, well, you selling your soul. Well, you know what I'm saying? They say that if you chasing, you know what I mean, that fiat. You know what I mean? What you giving up that's natural for something that's not natural, I guess.
Chasing the fiat.
Chasing the fiat. And we ain't talking about the automobile. I'm like, so we resign to do what? What do we do? We do business. But Lord, we're gonna have to, you know what I mean? We've got to be careful who they doing business with and fucking with. Cause we good for giving this shit away. It's kind of like, I almost want to say this shit is like ingrained. Like it's supposed to be like pushed out like that. I feel when I look at that shit as a, you know what I mean, as a total vibration. The wavelengths and all that shit, how the shit break down into rainbow colors and all that shit. Like everything there for its part, but it all is starting from, like it's starting right here in that dark space. And then everything just kind of, as it starts to move, just kind of goes from it. Or even music, man, you know what I mean? Beginning, growth, ascension, descension, decline. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And all the colors that would, you know what I mean, that would describe it or express it. They took all that shit that we do and monetized it, turned it into a planetary business. Hoarded it, kind of.
Yeah.
Because it kind of feels like, over here, black people is like, I don't want to say like kept is the word, but it's not easy to just jump, I guess you would say.
Mm-hmm.
For everything that we bring to the culture or bring to, you know what I mean, the United States Corporation. Like when we go over to other countries representing the United States Corporation in their games, like the Olympics and all that shit that generate all that motherfucking currency and business for that corporation, those people who we know their names, you know what I mean, supposed elected officials and shit. All them motherfuckers, all them corporate country names, Iran and, you know what I mean, Africa and Israel, and like we gotta start looking at that shit like that. If you started your family, the land that you lived on would be named after your family, you would think, and all your progeny as you expanded. But they had to make up names and shit to do business with each other. Like, cause like, ask a Chinese, what is it to be? I mean, what is a Chinese person? Yeah. Ask a Chinese person, what is a Chinese person? Because for one, it's not even how it's gonna be pronounced. They'll let you know that it had to be something that could be used by all the America sees China. You know what I mean? And everybody who, you know what I mean, mess with them symbols. It's China. You know what I mean? And can get the button pushed on their ass and go and do something stupid too.
That's a nigga. Nigga. Did you say nigga? Did you say negro?
Negra.
Like...
Negra. Yeah, man.
Did you literally say negro wrong? Negra.
Negara. Yeah, Nagara. All that shit. And the goddamn money it generates. All the way around powering this bitch. If you think about it.
Randy was like, y'all do the beats too? He's like, man, you need to put down the jump drive. I was like, yeah, I think we might need some drivers for our shit, man, because we ain't downloaded shit in a minute pertaining to PC systems. Like, they seem to be running just fine. You know, probably could use some. I know I need a mouse to my fucking laptop. Definitely gotta get one. That shit. I was like, yeah, man. Told you it wasn't gonna be what you thought. Like, I don't know, you know. Y'all think older rhymes, like, you probably thought, like, you know, some Melly Mel shit. Like,
you thought you was gonna hear me say, huh? If I say, huh? It's gonna be dope. Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Let me get that shit. I was like, yeah, it sounds dope in your whip. For real, for real. You gonna have different moves, nigga. You gonna know what song. Like, what? You rock with this shit. Like that Kevin L shit. Right now. You know, in the city like you. And right as you start playing it and shit, it's gonna be some shit going on. You know, in the city like you. Cause yeah, well, they want to bring the Naga out. Snake on it. Niggas like, yeah, they come with the bag. I'm like, nah, they come with the basket, man. They're trying to bring the Naga out all the time. Mm-hmm. Give him some different looks. Dum, 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 dum. I gotta find that goddamn sheet when I go back in to match some goddamn lyrics up. Because I got the whole goddamn, I found the whole damn book 14. I need that guy now. Like, where's my key at? That's what I gotta do next. From the jump, get that shit organized. Match the lyrics up. I'm good at doing it with the R8 now. All the exports, all the acapellas that y'all do, you know, all the vocal tracks I have like that, and the R8 shit. Have a Sound Forge, you know, wave version of Fruity Loops, and the R8 version, so I can hear all three. The wave version from the R8, the one from the Fruity Loops export, and the one from Sound Forge. Listen to all three. We sound good in all three of them shits. And they all three sound different. That's the funny shit. It's like three different mixes without it really being a mix. Like, you know what I mean? No matter how you do it, you play that shit and then you play that shit.
It's like an obvious difference right off the rip. Everything react different. The kick, snares, hi-hats, definitely anything in the background. Synthesizer, fucking strings, whatever. Samples definitely. That'll change. It's weird. But they export good. That's the most important thing. Even that MP3s, the last ones we got, that MP3 sounded good too. That's a real good sign. Just gotta watch the bass. That's the only thing that translates heavy once you start exporting. But it don't sound that heavy inside of Fruity Loops. Like I can hear it, man, but I just got so used to liking it. Like, yeah, a heavy ass thick ass dude. That fretless ain't no joke. With or without a filter, that shit though. When it sounds 70s, like fingers on that shit or something, like sound real raw. Hear the string, do that shit just like that. Like literally. Like literally.
Still just taking clips and shit, put them on video and shit. That's good in the city. Different shots of us and shit, all this shit.
Figure out how the algorithm works, nigga. Get it? I don't know the kind of bullshit we might have to deal with, but it's okay. We defend ourselves in that category.
Oh yeah.
I think we'll be alright.
Meantime, between time.
Shit.
Whatever when we talk our shit. Come in the building when we talk our shit. You come in the bill, and when we talk our shit. Telling my brother and ex, I'm like, yo, gotta get visible, man, gotta get engaging people and shit. I say that and I'm a recluse, motherfucker. But you can do it digitally, shit.
You really can. You know what I mean? But you do gotta fuck with motherfuckers, man. Like, it's cool to be watching they shit, but it's like, nah.
You come and watch some shit too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what type of time you on.
Put your own shit in.
Yeah, I see that shit too. And it's beautiful. There's some shit I'll be thinking about.
That's why I ain't been doing the social thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Just fucking with the music site.
Yeah.
And shit. Because that's really where you gotta be at. Because all that other shit is connected. All you gotta do is peep into your social shit. But definitely spend more of your time with the actual music, jump off other artists, all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Any blog post that's, you know what I mean? Fucking with new art, all that kind of shit. That's how I did that shit over the years. But fucking, that's how the music was gonna move real fast too. Just on our own accord, like, you know what I mean? Spreading the word around. But I'm banking on the diversity, for real. More so in the Black World Order shit. You know what I mean? I'm really banking on that shit. Just because that shit rich in content, harmonically and vocally. I'm gonna kiss my, yeah. You gotta be a musician to really get it. Like, you know what I mean?
They'll sit back and be like, oh shit.
That shit is crazy.
No damn
Fuck
well.
my head up. And that's what I was telling Reese about. I was like, dude, we did a 12-bar blues, and it's a song called Mama, dog. I was like, but we ain't playing it like that. I was like, you'd have to hear it, man, to be like, what the fuck? That's what we said. That's ill, dude. That's crazy. Anybody rhyming 12-bar patterns, man? And it would be considered a modern blues. You know what I'm saying? Because it's modal as shit. You know? But for some reason, I can hear a reggae band freaking that. Like, you know, just the way that shit groove and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just riding with that shit. That shit crazy. But yeah, that's what I'm making on. Dope 14. I ain't heard no crickets in the bathroom since that arachnid posted up. Not one nigga. Like, either they there and they quiet, like some scared niggas or some shit, or, but I ain't seen no carcasses either. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think they know because the spider's about as big as the crickets are, if not bigger. I'd know. I'd be like, yo, this motherfucker's on deck.
Look at the sound like.
Mm-hmm.
DJ for to make noise, yeah. I feel like that's what it would sound like. Yeah, like the crab made noise for real.
That's not the version y'all played for me. I'm gonna be like, dog. Told you we had to take something out of that shit. It's alright though. Don't matter. For some reason it doesn't it doesn't really affect the song in that way. You know what I mean? Don't sound no different like you say, like you just sitting there playing on the beat.
People need to be tuned up. They're out of tune. Out of tune with the music. And that's why they get sick and all that, because they're out of tune. Yo, Pete, run that. In the fall, person's mind to expand. It takes great concentration, no outside demand. Like hypnotizing oneself to a certain point, one must relax completely and be free. Enjoy the tranquil state of mind and body. Tune up. Get close to all that's pure and beautiful. Let's life can mean many things to people of all kinds, but underneath it all they have the same mind. It's just a question of wants and wants needs. Some can't separate, differentiate at all. Differentiate at all. Enjoy this tranquil state of mind and body. Tune up, tune up, tune up. Get close to all that's pure and beautiful. Let's tune up, tune up. In order for a person's mind to expand, it takes great concentration, no outside demand. Like hypnotizing oneself to a certain point, one must relax completely and be free. Tune up, enjoy this tranquil state of mind and body. Tune up, tune up, tune up. Get close to all that's pure and beautiful. Let's tune up, tune up. Life can mean many things to people of all kinds, but underneath it all they have the same mind.
Vibrato is crazy.
It's just a question of one's wants and of one's needs. See, some can't separate, differentiate at all. Tune up, enjoy this tranquil state of mind and body. Tune up, tune up. Get close to all that's pure and beautiful. Let's tune up, tune up, tune up.
I'd love to see him performing that in a cheesy ass. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'm tight as fuck.
Curry.